Hey everyone, it's Angela with Mystic Moon, bringing you guys an angel card reading today. And so this is just going to be random messages from our angels and spirit guides. So whatever needs to come through here today will just either be for you or it may not resonate. So just, again, take what resonates and get rid of what doesn't. I will go ahead and put what I'm using in the description box below. The thing is, with all of these cards here that you guys see in front of you, these are a variety of Doreen Virtue decks that I put together. And so I'm not going to take the time to list any of her decks. The decks that I will put down below are going to be from Radleigh Valentine. They are the Fairy Tarot cards, the Angel Tarot cards, and the Archangel Power Tarot cards. So we're going to pick some topics here, and then we're going to clarify with whatever deck I'm just either feeling, okay? So let's get started. So let's see what Spirit wants to bring forth immediately at this time. Wow. It says, we are soulmates, and then this card shot out. We have dress rehearsal. Okay, so we are soulmates and dress rehearsal. Alternative course choices. So when I see that card, dress rehearsal, it means trying something on, okay? Playing something out. Someone is playing a role in your life, and you're playing a role in theirs. We are soulmates. Let's see what this has to do with, okay? Let's go ahead and go into the Archangel Power Tarot cards. What does this dress rehearsal, we are soulmates, have to do with? Four of Gabriel, which is the Four of Wands. I'm going to go ahead and read it. It's time for a celebration. Abundant rewards for your hard work. Release yourself from burdensome situations. I kind of feel like what's happening here with this message is Spirit is saying that, we're connected to all types of souls. We come into this life connected to other people. We've already kind of predestined that we would connect with them and play out a certain role. They would play a role for a particular time, and then maybe that dress rehearsal, that time is over. So I almost feel like that Spirit's opening message is saying we're releasing burdensome situations. There's definitely a connection that you've had with somebody, but the thing is, the time has played out, like the show is over. The show is over. Yes, this person and you had a significant connection, but that doesn't mean that you're bound for life. It doesn't mean that you can never try on another dress, that you can't ever try on something else or have a different scene in a play. So yeah, you guys came together for a particular reason, but it kind of is an energy that maybe it's time for us to take an alternative course of action, make a decision to go, make a choice. We have a choice at the end of the day. We're not bound to anyone. That's a belief system that some people have, that you're bound to other people. I refuse to go into that way of thinking. So let's go ahead and grab another message here. I'm just going to grab one from each deck. We have the King of Fire. So the King of Wands energy. It says, motivational or idealistic, ambitious, charismatic. Focus, focus, focus. Communicate with vision and be a leader. Advice from someone creative. Okay, so this King of Fire person could be a fire sign, Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, could be. But the energy here is definitely somebody perhaps that maybe helped you out to become creatively inspired. Maybe they motivated you in some way. They showed you something about yourself. They gave you ideas. They gave you inspiration for growth. So I definitely feel like this person has had some sort of a reason to be in your life. But the dress rehearsal is that reminder that it's just a rehearsal, meaning that it's just a role. There's something that we're playing out. It doesn't mean that it's forever. It doesn't mean that it has to be a certain way. We have a choice. We have a choice to disconnect, or we have a choice to take an alternative route. Last message. Seven of Autumn, which is the Seven of Pentacles, the card of pause. Have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. So again, we've invested in something here. We've invested in a person, whether it's a friend, a family member, a business partner, a lover. It doesn't matter. Soulmates can be any of those things. These are just people that we feel connected to on a soul level. There's an existing connection, a foundation. You just feel it's very familiar. It's very familiar because you've done time with them before. In this life, you guys may have come into a different role with one another for whatever reason. But you guys have hit some sort of a roadblock here. You've hit some sort of a time where it's like, what do we want to do next? Do I want to change the course of action? Do I want to continue down this path? Do I want to continue to keep building this foundation? Or do I want to make the choice to go into a different direction? So it's Spirit's way of saying that you've got the free will to make whatever decision is best for you. Sometimes people come into your life for a moment. Sometimes people come in perhaps for a lifetime. But it's up to us at the end of the day on, what we're going to continue to be connected to in this life. So if things have gotten difficult, if things have gotten toxic, we have the choice to disconnect. If somebody is continuing to be an asset to our lives, to motivate us and inspire us in a positive way, we may want to hold on to these types of connections. But dress rehearsal just means that it's time for you to really contemplate and figure out, like this little fairy here sitting on that pumpkin. And I think it's interesting because we have autumn. Autumn is an energy here that's coming up. Okay, it's coming up very soon. So it's giving us some time to really think about what we want moving forward. Okay, for sure. Definitely. But we have fiery energy here. 4 of Wands, King of Wands. Definitely a fiery energy here where, we're either motivated or we're feeling really positive or we're not. And we have to make a decision based on that, perhaps. Okay, so let's go ahead and get another message. Random message. We have surrender and release. So, what we were just talking about. Is it time to surrender and release something? Has a lesson played out? Has someone's presence in your life just finally come to an end? We have the 9 of Wands energy. The 9 of Wands energy is needing to defend ourselves, holding up our defenses, not wanting to let someone in, perhaps, okay? Maybe even not wanting to let something go. It does say, though, stay determined to move forward. So it might be that maybe somebody is trying to do something, whether it's you or them, and it's a sign to release whatever this burdensome energy is, okay? That's what I'm seeing. It's a burdensome energy. It's an energy that might be trying to block your pathway at this time, might be trying to trip you up, and it is a time for you to just surrender and release whatever this is. Yeah, so now we have the Moon's energy. The Moon's energy is an energy here. Let me just double check I didn't miss anything. Yeah, the Moon's energy can be a Pisces or a Cancer. Doesn't have to be, though. But the Moon is all about, things that are just kind of unclear, things that are a little iffy. We're not quite sure what's happening with the situation. You really have to trust your intuition on this one. So if your intuition is basically telling you that something isn't right, something doesn't feel right, you have to pay attention to that. You have to clear this energy. It might be that some people just don't have the best intentions towards you at this time. So you got to really, really trust your intuition and your psychic insights and release anything that's holding you back. So if these are your own fears, or this is another person that's kind of trying to, go into your energy field and suck you dry, it is time for you to perhaps surrender and release whatever this is. Yep, and we have the Sun. I love it. I love using different decks, but do you see? It's consecutive. Goes from the 18 to the 19. This right here, your path is going to be illuminated. Once you surrender and release whatever this darkness is, whatever this confusion is, whatever it's not settling right in your stomach. It doesn't feel right. And maybe you've discounted that energy before, where you're just kind of like, almost being like, you feel like you're being too harsh, perhaps. You're being too harsh with your judgments of other people. But deep down inside, something's off. Something doesn't feel right, but yet you kind of keep moving forward with it anyways. It's an opportunity to learn, to grow, to heal certain aspects of yourself, to understand more about you. So things are illuminated. Whatever was dark, confusing, it's going to be illuminated. You're going to go from the dark to the light as you continue to surrender and release and move forward. So stay determined to move forward during a dark time, during a confusing time. You will make it out into the light. There will be light at the end of the tunnel if there's not already for you. It says plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to rewards, and awards, gratitude for the blessings of life. So this is an energy here of Leo. Leo is ruled by the Sun. So it is a very high vibrational energy. I also am getting here feminine and masculine energy. The Moon is feminine, the Sun is masculine. So there could be an energy here that's going on between a masculine and a feminine energy. This exchange right now there's some sort of a growth period, perhaps. And while people are growing and learning, it might be time for us to just surrender and release whatever this is. Stay determined on our own path rather than trying to, change or control the outcome of a situation. It's just better to surrender and release and let spirit, and the universe have its way with it. All right, let's continue. We have noticed the signs. So it says, yes, the signs that you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you're loved and never alone. Beautiful. What do these signs have to do with? That it's time for you to change your life. Tower energy. So it says a sudden revelation that offers freedom, breaking free of procrastination, and embracing opportunities that change brings. So some of us might know that it's time. It's time to be done with something. It's time. We've outgrown it. It no longer serves. Maybe it serves some sort of comfortable purpose for us, but it's not really pushing us to grow and evolve. It's time for us to change. It's time for us to have that tower moment. Tower moments are very scary. No one really wants to go through it. Sometimes it can be quite uncomfortable, but this change is going to lead to so much freedom. So the signs are with you that this is time. It's time to change. So if you guys are literally getting coins or feathers in your path or other signs, yep, it is time to move forward. 1 + 6 is 7, and now we have 7. If you guys are seeing 7s, this is a significant sign for you that there is some sort of spiritual transformation taking place. Spiritual hardships do lead to spiritual transformation. The Chariot's energy is connected to the sign of Cancer. So this right here is saying an important achievement, self-discipline and willpower, public recognition. So it is going to take some willpower on your part, some confidence on your part to move forward with whatever this is, to free yourself, to move past it, to build yourself up after this crashing down, after this maybe obliteration or devastation of your life, things just basically crumbling in shambles. I know that sounds really, really scary, but the thing is, you're going to come out the victor. You're going to come out somebody who is going to be more confident than ever. So this is beautiful. Let's get that last message. We have the 3 of Cups. So the 3 of Cups is a beautiful energy of family and friends, support systems, happiness. So news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends that you cherish. So whatever is either falling apart or falling away in your life, you are going to move towards happier times. There's a support system either with you now or will be there with you on the other side. So these signs here are really pushing you that it's time to take on some sort of major change in your life. Something is collapsing for a reason, and it's time for you to notice that it's time. That's just what I'm getting. Wow. All right, let's get another one. We have Earth Angel. So it does say you are a light worker who has come to Earth to teach about love. Earth angels are also people that are angels here on Earth, okay? Meaning that these are other light workers that are touching your life in a positive way. So it could just be that this is you or this is someone else that is touching your life. This is the guidance of angels here on your Earth path. We have the King of Wands coming up again. Okay, so there could be a significant reason that the King of Wands is here. I do see the King of Wands as a life purpose energy. Somebody who is driven towards their life's purpose. So some of you, it could be that your life's purpose does involve being a light worker. It says, keep your eyes on the big picture. Leave the details to others. Experience that leads to success. Genuine concern for others. So the King of Wands is at the king of the crop, somebody who is meant to be recognized for their expertise or achievement in some sort of category of life. So it could be spiritual for some of you. I also see the Wands energy is very spiritual. Again, we could be talking about fire sign individuals. This is going to be Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, but again, doesn't have to be. But yeah, for sure, it is an inspirational person, somebody who leads by example. So this could be an earth angel for you, a light worker, a teacher, a spiritual teacher, somebody that you are learning from, or you are this for other people. Okay? This is how other people might see you. We have 5 of air. Interesting. So the 5 of air is the 5 of swords. The 5 of swords is an energy that's not my favorite, because it just indicates here that we might have struggles. We might have struggles in the world. We might have struggles when it comes to certain situations, people butting heads. You can see all those unicorns. They're trying to, they're all fighting together. They're not getting anywhere. Sometimes we just have to walk away from people that just aren't going to, that it just no longer serves. Sometimes it does no good to try to point out to someone what you're or what they're doing, okay? Something that they're not willing to see themselves. So sometimes it's not the best choice to have a conversation during battle of egos, people that are just not willing to see your point of view. They're not willing to hear you out. So it's better to just pull away from whatever this is. Whatever's not working in your life, it's about going down another path. It's kind of like banging on a door that just refuses to open. It might be that door is just not for you, or it's not the right time. So rather than struggling with others, or struggling perhaps on a particular path, it might just be that it's not the right time, or it's not the right thing. And so we need to pay attention to our intuition. We also need to pay attention to kind of like what we know, our expertise, what we've learned. The King of Wands is somebody who's lived. They've lived. They're really experienced, and so they know better. I'm almost getting here that some of you know better. You know better than to involve yourself with people that just are struggling. And it doesn't mean that you're judging them, and it doesn't mean that you aren't going to be around anybody that's not of your same caliber. It's not a judgmental energy. But you know better. You know better than to take on energies where people are stuck going in circles, not wanting to change, stubborn as hell. People are only going to see things their way. They're only going to see things when they're ready to see them. We cannot make anyone see anything. But what we can do is we can inspire them. And that's what the King of Wands is. He inspires others by leading by example, not dictating, not telling people what they should think or how to be. He lives by example. So that is how it might be that you are a way shower for others that are struggling. We have the Page of Wands. So we have some Wands energy coming up. So fiery energy, springtime. Spring is all about growth. Things blooming, blossoming. It says it is time for you to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. So again, it's not a time to struggle and be in dramatic situations with people that really don't want to change, that really don't want to move forward. This is your time. It's your time to take your dreams by the horns and basically go forward. If anybody is in your way, it's not like you're steamrolling them and that you're hurting others or stepping on others to basically make way for you. You're just simply pulling away. You're taking another route. You're taking like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh my gosh, I can't think of the word I'm looking for. You're taking a detour. You're taking a detour. That's all you're doing. You're not you're not judging others. You're not discounting others. You're just deciding this just isn't. I'm just not interested in doing things this way. I'm not interested in doing things that are difficult or things that really aren't going to, have a good positive outcome. I know better. I've gone down that road before. It doesn't work. It doesn't bring me peace. It doesn't bring me happiness. So I feel like this is a very spiritual message for some of you that you're learning. You're learning from either another person or the people that are around you, or you're coming into your own king status, your own authority, taking control, and basically just going after your dreams and really wanting to be in fresh energy that's positive, not struggled, low vibrational energy. Okay? So you're leading by example. You might be helping other people to do the same. I love that message. It's so beautiful. All right, let's go ahead and get this card. It says writing. You heal, inspire, teach, and entertain with the words that you write. So for some of you, you guys could be actually writing a book, okay? You guys could also just be putting things, writing things down and communicating them to people, as in you're teaching classes or you're speaking at seminars. But whatever this is, you're inspiring and healing others, okay? You might also be healing and inspiring yourself. the Knight of Cups. So the Knight of Cups is very romantic, very dreamy. It's very emotional. Our emotions are just highly charged up. But you see this, it says poetic. You might really have something to express from your deep heart space, for sure. This Knight of Cups is romantic, dramatic, poetic, introspective, somebody who's really, really deep, has something very, very significant to say. So your angels right now are telling you it is time for you to express yourself. Now, writing stories and fiction, poems, maybe nonfiction, that doesn't necessarily mean that it has to ever be for the public eye. You could do these things for yourself. Healing activities for yourself. Journaling. Journaling isn't necessarily something that you would probably share with other people. It's really for yourself. So writing does not have to include actual, publications of books and things like that. So it could be any form of writing. But your soul is longing to write. You can see this angel that is behind this person, and it's really, really guiding this person to write things down, get it out. It's very healing. It's very therapeutic for your soul. This is a watery energy here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. It's already come up in the reading. Committed romantic relationships, being swept off your feet, situations or topics that make your heart flutter. Some of you guys could be writing straight from the heart, your own experiences in love, your own experiences with heartbreak, anything that has swept you off your feet. I mean, you are writing about it. You are expressing from the deep soul level. That's what I'm getting. We have the Seven of Fire. Seven of Fire is the Seven of Wands energy. Defend your beliefs and decisions, stand your ground, and choose your battles wisely. So the Seven of Wands is an energy here where we really have to stay determined and stay on top of a situation. So again, if some of you guys have a writing project, or you're really just, in that energy of therapeutically doing some sort of healing exercises, and it seems that there's a lot of outside forces that are coming at you that are kind of trying to block you from doing what's best for you, doing the things that you enjoy, it is time for you to basically block energy. I kind of got the feeling already in the very beginning of this reading that some of us might be up against forces in life, or maybe even people that are, just not really influencing us in a positive way at this juncture on our journey, whether it's family members or friends or even romantic partners. And so it is time for us to kind of stand up, put boundaries up, and just say, no. This could even be carving out time, as in, I can't pick the kids up from school, like if you're doing, and this is just an example, there's a lot of people out there, grandparents, for instance, that get taken advantage of by their own children with the grandchildren. Okay, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. This is just an example, because I actually know people that are in this position where their children feel that the grandparents' role in life is to basically take care of their children, and their grandchildren. And so they're not living their lives because their entire lives consist of picking kids up and doing this and doing that. And so they really lose out on any kind of time that they have for themselves because they're running around raising other people's kids. Grandchildren or not, it's still an energy that's sucking them dry. So somebody has to put their foot down and say, you know what? I don't mind helping out, but it's not something I can commit to every single day. Sometimes it just takes us to stand up and just explain that we have boundaries and tell somebody how we feel, so that way we have time, to open up to take care of ourselves. Instead of taking care of other people, and instead of feeling guilty about it, we stand up for our own beliefs and we say, you know what, that's just not going to work for me. Or I actually feel a lot of resentment having to do this favor for you. I'm just doing it out of obligation. I really don't even want to do it. Sometimes those things can really kill our soul, doing things we don't want to do. So whatever this is, and that was just an example, you guys. There's many other examples I can give, but that's just the one that came to mind. Doing things we don't want to do. That's taking away from our ability to create, to just have our own free space and time, to just feel good. Anything that's draining your energy, anything that's unnecessary, you're blocking it out and you're saying no. That's it. That's what I'm getting here. Nothing wrong with that. Yep, we have the Chariot. 2 sevens again. I think Sevens came up before. This is an energy here of there is a spiritual lesson I feel for some of you. That's what when I see sevens, it's always a reminder to me. Yes, it's a very spiritual number, of course, but to me, it is a card of, challenging spiritual lessons, soul development, ascension. So for me, this is definitely a part of your growth, is to perhaps be pushed by other people's demands on your time, really needing to set boundaries with people. So that way you can clear that pathway to keep moving forward. So anything that is in your way, again, it's not about steamrolling people. It's not about hurting other people, but it is about setting healthy boundaries and letting people know, look, this isn't going to work for me anymore. I'm not able to dedicate time and energy to the things that I enjoy because I'm too busy dealing with your shit or doing things that you should be doing. Okay? So, and this is also about excuses. If we're making excuses to why we don't have time to do this or we don't have time to do that, we're literally blocking our own destiny, our own pathway. I do see the Chariot's energy as a destined energy, meaning it's our destiny. It's our pathway towards our destiny. Okay? So it says success that comes from dedication and self-discipline. We've got to be self-disciplined. There is something to where we're supposed to be recognized for something. But how will we ever be recognized if we're playing it small? Making excuses perhaps because we're afraid or too busy taking on everybody else's crap instead of focusing on our own responsibilities. So I feel like there's a roadblock here, and it's either you or other people that are placing these roadblocks, and it's your spiritual lesson to clear these roadblocks with setting healthy boundaries and taking better care of yourself, so that way you can get to doing what you're supposed to be doing in this life. That's what I'm seeing. The Chariot is also Cancerian energy. So we've had a lot of water and a lot of fire energy come through the reading so far. So that could be significant for some of you, because we've had all fire signs come through. Leo specific. I've had Cancer and Pisces come through specific. Yeah, that's what we've had so far. All right, let's continue. Best friends. True friends stick together no matter what. So there's a message here perhaps about friendship. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have the Eight of Ariel. The Eight of Ariel is the Eight of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles is a card of hard work. Being a student perhaps, working on some sort of craft, doing something. So it says, take great pride in your excellent work. Practice makes perfect. Consider additional education or training. Okay, so let's get another card here to understand this message. Okay, so now we have some earth energy coming through. Okay, Eight of Pentacles is earth. King of Earth is earth energy. So this could be Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus energies. So the King of Earth is somebody who has a lot going for himself financially. He's worked hard to get where he's at. So this could be maybe a message perhaps. I'm going to get one last one because I just want to make sure I'm on the correct wavelength here with this message. Page of Cups. Got some water energy coming through here again. Okay. So what I'm getting here for this one is that it might be that it says true friends stick together no matter what. So there's a card here of hard work and being dedicated. It might even be that, there is an opportunity, because the Page of Cups means that there is somebody, there's like an opportunity for a new phase. That's what it literally says, a new phase in something, a new relationship or an emotional experience, a compassionate friend that you can share your concerns with. So I kind of feel like it might be that two people are on different pages. One person is very grounded and very much dedicated to their work and, just kind of really focused there. And another person might be very sensitive and they might still need some time to work on themselves. And so even though people mean well and maybe friendships, it's like true friends stick together no matter what, you might be having some sort of an issue or something within a particular friendship. But what I'm getting here is that there's still some learning. We have inexperienced. There's still some learning and some lessons that need to be had when it comes to this connection. I'm going to get a message here from a side deck that I haven't used yet, just to kind of get clarifying message here for this. We've had a lot of energies, a lot of see, yeah, there's a conflict here. There's a conflict here, so I'm going to read it. Your angels want you to know that your current challenge pushes you to be assertive and self-confident. Be willing to stand up for yourself and defend your position. You have the right to excuse yourself from those that are bringing drama into your life. I wasn't quite sure on whether or not this friend energy is basically saying here that, you ought to just stick together. I'm actually getting from this is that even though people mean well, they're on different pages. And so if somebody is feeling pushed, if somebody is feeling like there's drama now that is added to their life, it might be that it's, you have the right to excuse yourself. You don't have to put up with anything that doesn't serve your highest good. So we got a lot already from this reading that did suggest something about boundaries, people that were possibly trying to stand in the way of success or growth. If any of you feel like there are people in your life, whether they're family members, friends, coworkers, or even lovers, that are standing in the way of things that you are trying to do, it might be time for you to excuse yourself from these connections, either for good or temporarily, while people learn and grow and heal. I'm just getting here that people have a lot to learn. A king and a page, they're not the same. Okay, and it doesn't mean one's better than the other. It just means that they're on completely different wavelengths, and sometimes that's a conflict. Five of Wands. Five of Wands means there's a battle. There's a clash of ego. There's a clash of feelings. One person's very practical, and the other person is too sensitive and wishy-washy and emotional, and that's just something that's very difficult, perhaps, for people to, work through. So that's what we're getting for that one. All right, let's get another message. We have wise decision, guardian angel. So it might be that maybe we are trying to figure out whether or not we've made a wise decision. Maybe we need to make a decision. Is it the wisest thing to do? Let's see what we get. Spirit is saying here that is, stand your ground. The Emperor's energy. The Emperor is connected to the sign of Aries. Again, another fiery energy coming through here. So the Emperor is somebody who stands their ground. They're in their position. They've worked hard to get to where they're at. So it says stability and efficiency. It says taking charge of a situation and ambitious plans. So definitely get that that the energy that I've been tapped into since I started this reading is somebody who is, they have a life's purpose, and they've come here to do something, and now, and not now, but just they might be fighting a lot of influences and energies around them of people that are kind of trying, and they might not be deliberately doing it, but these energies are testing them. They're testing them on their growth. They're testing them on their boundaries. So it might be that right now it's very difficult. There might be really difficult energies that you're facing, a lot of roadblocks that are coming up, and you're just like, oh my God, another roadblock, right? Another lesson to learn. It's a part of your spiritual growth. It's a part of your spiritual ascension process. So this energy to me is just about being in your power, staying in your power, being in your logical, practical energy, and not letting anything rock your boat, not letting anything block your path. Standing firm. Standing firm in your decisions. It was a wise decision. It is a wise decision. Whatever you decide, it will be the right thing to do. Yep, Ace of Earth. Because what I'm getting here is that you've got growth. You've got abundance here. You've got opportunities to grow. So anything that's trying to take you away from that, that's just not serving your highest good. So you might have to just kind of cut things off and stand your ground and move forward and just focus on yourself. The inflow of abundance, a promising business venture. It says important documents or contracts. So again, there's some opportunities perhaps that are coming up for you, and you're going to need to be in your full power in order to take on whatever this is. So it was a wise decision perhaps to, get rid of things that aren't serving. Five of Wands, Five of Swords came up in this reading. These came up, but I'm not going to take them. That to me is just too many cards. But that was one of them. So maybe we were supposed to get that card. Two of Wands. This Two of Wands energy. A bright future is manifested through hard work and creativity. Partnering with others who share your dreams. Great progress being made. So again, this is about getting into alignment with people that are in your same vibration. This is about people that are working with you, not against you. So if you guys have been experiencing people that seem to, want to fight with you and fight against you, that's an energy that's just not going to serve you. So you're literally like the emperor, the king is just saying, the decision that I'm making is I'm cutting it off and I'm moving forward and I'm wanting to grow. Spring is I'm wanting to spring forward. I'm wanting to water these seeds. They're well planted. I want to be in the energy of a bright future. I don't want to go back. I don't want to stay stuck. I want to keep moving forward. So I'm getting here that whatever decision you make it from the standpoint of being in your complete and total power, and it's because it's very practical and it has to do with your life's purpose. Okay, you're not in an emotional energy is what I'm seeing here. You're kind of pulling away from your emotions. The only time that I saw that the emotions came through is some sort of creative project. You're tapping into your emotions when you're creating, not necessarily operating right now. You're operating from a very logical, rational, practical standpoint, and it's because you know you have shit to do. Yep, let it go, Kuan Yin. You're letting things go again that just are not in alignment with you. Yep, Page of Wands again, and the second time in this reading it keeps coming up. Energetic, brave, optimistic, playful, following your passions. You are ready for new challenges or any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. So this just means that there's too many fresh things in your life. There's too many opportunities to keep moving forward and growing for you to hang on to anything that isn't serving. Okay, so it is a time for you to expand. It's a time for you to feel alive. It's a time for you to express yourself creatively. It's not a time to wallow in the pits. Yep, see, it's a time for you to be the Queen of Air. I love the Queen of Air, the Queen of Swords, because she is somebody who, again, she gets shit done. She's not focused on her emotions. And not that there's anything wrong with being focused on your emotions, but there's a time and a place for it. You're serious. You're taking a look at your dreams. See that unicorn in that crystal ball? She's looking at it. She's making objective plans for her future. You see the key word objective. She's realistic. She's experienced. She's independent, and she's witty. So it says objective decision making, clearing away that no longer serves. The Queen of Swords sometimes has to take out her sword and cut people out, again, that are no longer serving. It says seeing the humor in a situation. You know, the Queen of Swords has a decision. She can either be hardened and pissed while she's taking her sword and cutting away things that aren't serving, or she can just kind of chuckle to herself and say, well, I guess that was just one more lesson that I had to learn. Seeing the humor in life. Okay. But the thing is, it's like adding to her resume of life experience, each step that she takes. So the air energy could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. So we've had all energies come through here today. We have the Eight of Cups. Yeah, the Eight of Cups means the desire to move forward. So if you're feeling like something has outlived its purpose, or it's just like it's not resonating with you, it says the desire to move more, the desire for more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. So yeah, there's some kind of objective decision that you're making because you want to go towards things that are growing, positive, happy, adventurous. You're not interested in hanging on to situations that are just old and outworn or even outdated. So this is a time for you to step into your power and to make some major life decisions by letting things go. So there's a lesson of letting go. Have you learned this lesson of letting go of things that don't serve? Yep, look at that. I can't make it up. It just keeps coming through. Let go. Let go, let go. It keeps telling you, let go. Just let go. It's the best thing for you. Just let go. Yep. Oh my God. Eight of Cups again. You see? Keeps coming through. This is the same exact card, but it's a different deck. It says, there is something better waiting for you. Do what you know is right for you, a spiritual quest. So there is some sort of amount of letting go that needs to take place in order for you to continue on your spiritual quest, your spiritual path, your life's mission. So you might want so badly for something to work right now, whether it's a relationship, a romantic one, a job, a friendship, whatever it is. You might really, really want it to work, but you're better off letting it go at this point because something is just ran its course. Seven of Earth. This is the second time that it's come up in this reading. So I'm just going to kind of let you guys know the repeat cards that I'm seeing here. The repeat cards, we already got this one here. Where is it? Here it is, Seven of Autumn. Seven of Autumn is the Seven of Earth, Seven of Pentacles energy. Seeds well planted, a temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry. So again, this is kind of the energy here where something has paused. Something has stopped. It gives us an opportunity to kind of think about, do we want to go in this direction? Do we want to keep investing in this direction? Or do we want to change courses? So the choice is ours. Or do we want to let go entirely and just start over and start new? We have planted some good seeds here. You know, we've grown from something. But is it just best at this time to just say farewell? Some of us may not want to let go because we've invested so much time. It's such a hard thing. It's such a hard thing when we've invested so much time in a situation. It's so hard to let go. It kills us sometimes to have to do it. But we have the Page of Pentacles. Somebody who, and this is the second time that it's come up in the reading. Okay. So we just have a lot of repeat messages, I feel, that are coming through here for you guys. Sorry if this is annoying for you guys, but I could have sworn that the Page of Pentacles already came through. Sorry, I gotta find it. It's pissing me off. Where is it? All right, I'm just nuts, that's all. It didn't come up before, I guess. Anyways, the Page of Pentacles. It says studious, responsible, cheerful, mischievous, happy news about your career, promotions or scholarships, well thought out plans that go perfectly, needing a little push to get going. So we've got a lot of ideas, okay? There's a lot of ideas that we have. The Page of Pentacles is somebody who's holding that coin, really looking at that coin, examining that coin. Maybe something has stopped. You've been on a particular path. And now all of a sudden the opportunity has presented itself for you to take a look and examine. Do I really want to continue going down this path? Do I want to let it go? Do I want to start over? What do I want to do? Okay. So it's really a time for us to just maybe make a complete and total change, a 180 here. But there's something about career, promotions, scholarships, our plans, things that we've been planning for, you know, seeds well planted. It's just a temporary pause right now. We might need a little push to keep going. Even though we might have had to let go of something else, it doesn't mean that all is lost. It doesn't mean that our life has to end because something else didn't work. It doesn't mean just because we maybe made a mistake that everything is screwed now. Okay? It's just a little setback. But this is about getting back on track, getting back on the horse, and continuing to move forward with your plans. That's what we're getting here. We have divine order. Everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlining order. I love that card. Everything is happening exactly how it's supposed to. And sometimes that might be difficult for us to even accept. Because it feels like, wait a second, how could that be right? That's a horrible thing that's happening to me, or a horrible thing that's happening to other people. How could that be right? Everything has its divine order. We have the King of Swords. King of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Principle, rational, ambitious, and respected. Wisdom and objectivity are important now. Stay in your integrity, a situation that calls for honesty and open communication. King of Swords is not afraid to be in truth and integrity. They stand up for the right thing. They don't go against their principles. This is somebody that's either maybe you're dealing with, or this is your personality. Everything, let's just say, again, you've had to really stand your ground in a situation and it didn't really have the best outcome. But this is Spirit's way of reminding you that everything is in divine order. Everything happens for a reason. So staying true to yourself is always the most important thing to do. Knight of Air now. So we have two air energies here. Could be two people. One's a king, one's the knight. So again, kind of like a vibrational mismatch here. Somebody might be coming at you aggressively, wanting to communicate. But we have this king here with his arms crossed, and we have somebody that's coming charging in really fast with their sword. This says intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless. Events that occur with great speed. Take time to carefully review your options, creative solutions. So I'm kind of getting here that right now there might be an argument either between you and another person, or that you have the feeling that you want to charge forward and that you want to really cut through the bullshit of something. You really want to handle a situation. But what Spirit is saying here is that it's better for you to just sit in your power and just kind of wait. Because something is balancing out. Something is in divine order. Everything's happening just as it should. So you really don't need to take this action. This action might be very impulsive. It might actually make things worse. It's better to be in the King of Swords energy than the Knight of Swords sometimes. Yeah, look at that. It definitely has something to do with justice. I mean, we have 2 cards that have scales. Look at that. Totally different decks too. So it's a very significant message here. Libra is coming through huge here. Not only is Libra an air sign, but justice is represented by Libra. So take the time to review the details carefully. You will win in the end. Fair and objective decisions. I'm telling you right now. What I'm getting is that if some of you guys are trying to get some sort of justice, or you are trying to create something to happen in a situation, Spirit is saying it's better for you to be in that King of Swords energy. Sit back on your throne. Sit in your power. And just wait. Now, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't take any action, but you don't have to aggressively make something happen. You're better off being in the energy of allowing karma and the universe to take its course. Because again, everything is exactly how it needs to be right now. You need to look past the illusion and see the underlying order in the situation. Underlying order means karma. The universe has it. We don't really have to be the person to create any kind of justice. We might want to, but that's our egos at play. So it's better to be sitting pretty on your throne with your arms crossed and just kind of waiting and seeing how things fold out. And it does look to me like when you're in that energy, things are going to actually work out in your favor, okay? Rather than aggressively pursuing or really trying to come at something or push someone beyond their limits. Let things mellow out. Let things balance out for a period of time. All right. So resist the need to fly off the handle is what the message is. All right. Look through the situation. Well, it's kind of very similar. Look past the illusion. See the underlying order. Look through the situation. So what you're seeing, what you're experiencing, isn't really how it truly is. So that might be that there are other energies that are at play. Fear, defense. The true energy is love. But the thing is, sometimes when we're feeling angry or somebody else is feeling angry, it's really hard to see things for how they are. But there is something deeper going on in a situation. We have the card Strength now, another card of Leo. So it says strength and grace through kindness, self-confidence, and forgiveness. So we can put our boundaries up. We can lay down boundaries. We can say, you know what? We can have these objective conversations that might be difficult to have. We can be open and honest with people and tell them, look, this is how I feel. This is what I need. You know, or we can cut them off and we can run in the other direction. I mean, the choice is ours. But this is it takes great strength for somebody to have self-confidence, stand their ground, yet be kind and compassionate at the same time. Now, this isn't saying that you have to deal with someone or something that you don't want to, but you do have to look at them through the eyes of love. You might be looking at them and focusing on all of their weaknesses, all of their flaws, all of the shit that irritates you about them. But it's better for you to look at something else that's going on with maybe this person. Maybe it's not about you, it's about them, okay? It takes more strength and courage to pull yourself out of your ego, out of attack mode, and just kind of sit back and let the universe handle it, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Oh, this one just fell. Knight of Cups again. So the Knight of Cups has already come through in this reading. Knight of Cups can be watery energy. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Emotional, romantic, enthusiastic. Somebody who's contemplative. falling in love or wedding proposals, the need to balance emotions, and an invitation to a social event. So this could be something that we're really, really emotionally invested in, someone that we are romantically interested in. We have very strong feelings for this individual, perhaps. Maybe they're not on the same page at this time. Maybe we want something that they don't want. Maybe they're not ready. Whatever the circumstances are, we have to look through the situation, because the thing is, what you're seeing isn't really what you're getting, or what you're seeing isn't really what's happening. There's some sort of a illusion here. And we have the Queen of Wands. So to me, a little mismatch in energy. Okay, the Queen and the King go together, right? When we've got a knight and a king, or a knight and a queen, or a page, with one of the queens or kings, to me that just means that there's a little bit of a difference in maturity. So again, there's these two people here. The Strength card to me is two people that, really help to complement one another. Their strength is the other person's weakness, and vice versa. Together, they're better as one. They're better together than alone. It's not a codependent type of situation. It's just, you guys are better together. But the thing is, people might just be on different vibrations, where somebody is very much in their, dreamy kind of an energy. They might just be in the energy of wanting to, they're in love with love. They don't really necessarily know how to truly love another person. They haven't strengthened who they are. They haven't matured in that department yet. We have the Queen of Wands here. She's somebody who's loyal. She's ready. She's ready to be loyal. She believes in herself. She's confident. She's grounded. She feels good. She's not running around, trying to have all these experiences maybe that the other person is trying to have. So she's very grounded in her energy. She makes balance, it says, between work and home life. So it might be that there is a, let's just say, feminine person and a masculine person, and that masculine person is still finding themselves. And so what Spirit is telling this feminine, perhaps, look through the situation. There is just a strength that your person does not have at this time to be able to make this either connection or this relationship work. Just, it's a timing issue, okay? Persecution and inquisition. Eight of Michael, Eight of Swords. The thing is, we have, at one time or another, whether we've done it or it's been done to us, we've been persecuted, or we've persecuted other people, okay? And we can hold on to that, and we can stay stuck, and we can live our lives in that loophole of just feeling shame or feeling judged. And we can take that with us into new experiences and new partnerships, and actually recreate that with new people. I always knew that this person was going to judge me in the end, or I always knew that this was going to happen. Like, that is a thing that we're taking with us. That's baggage that we're taking with us into new situations. Eights to me are numbers of infinity symbols, but to me it's like a loophole, goes back and forth, round and round, kind of like really maybe not making any headway. So it's about a cycle that maybe we perhaps need to break. The Eight of Swords is a card of needing to break out of some sort of a mental pattern. You can be free. You can make a courageous choice to change your situation. You're not seeing things clearly. So some sort of thoughts that we're having about being judged or persecuted, it just keeps replaying out. It's the same theme over and over again, but perhaps with just different players. I'm going back to the very first card that we pulled here when we started this reading almost an hour ago, which was dress rehearsal. Different characters. But it's the same theme over and over and over again. We can be free of this. We need to make a courageous choice, though, to break this pattern. This is a pattern that's not serving us. It's a behavior. It's an excuse. It's a blockage. It's a wound that is no longer serving us. Six of Cups. What I'm getting from this is that there is some sort of an energy of the past that is holding us back. It's holding us back from being able to move forward. It says memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding childhood, romanticizing the past even perhaps, okay? Thinking about things and romanticizing them. Whenever we have nostalgia or whenever we're thinking about the past, we always remember it much either worse or much better than it really was. We just, as humans, we have a tendency to do that. I do it all the time. It's always so much more, it was always so much better in the past, you know? But this is giving you an opportunity to break a pattern, to break a cycle, you know, that's tied to your childhood, that's tied to your past, that you're still replaying as an adult now. You're taking those same themes, that same movie, and you're bringing it into your adult life from your childhood. And so now it's Archangel Michael's way of saying you can break free from this. Stop persecuting yourself or others. This is about also projecting our shit onto other people from childhood. Now we're just running around as an adults and we're projecting it onto everyone else, making everybody else wrong. This is a pattern that needs to be broken, is what I'm seeing here. That's definitely family. 10 of Cups and 10 of Pentacles is my family cards. Here it is, 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so it does say take steps to ensure the financial security of your children or other loved ones. So again, that family energy, making wise investments or planning for retirement, honoring family traditions. Again, family. Okay, that's really what I'm getting from this. This is about your childhood and your family shit. You're stuck. You're stuck there and you're constantly persecuting yourself or other people, and it needs to stop because this is something that's just not working. It's not doing you any favors at this point. It's not helping your life. It's not aiding your life. It's not complementing your life. It's a pattern you need to break. So I'm going to go ahead and tap into this card here and grab some advice. This is about working on yourself. The 9 of Abundance is the 9 of Pentacles, an independent card. It might be that it's time to go solo for a period of time. Be alone, pull away from perhaps any kind of situations that involve other people. It might be time to just spend some time alone. Invest in yourself. I'm going to go ahead and read this card. Life is wonderful. Your hard work and dedication to your dreams will provide you with great peace and contentment. So again, this might be that it's a time for you to spend time alone in order to dedicate more time to your dreams that's going to give you great peace and contentment. Maybe other people or other relationships at this time are not going to give you that same contentment that you could give yourself. Take time to enjoy quiet moments of reflection and leisure. Feel free to buy yourself small, luxurious gifts. You've earned the financial security and independence, so enjoy it. So I feel like you're breaking a pattern here. You're going from the 8 to the 9, okay? You're breaking the cycle. You're no longer willing to stay stuck in old stories, old programming. You're breaking free. You're spending some much needed time alone. You just maybe even going to be your own best friend for a period of time rather than looking for something outside of yourself. Last message, because we're just going to go to an hour here. Self-acceptance. Exactly. I don't know why I'm trying to put this away, so I'm just going to leave it. I don't know why. Okay, self-acceptance. Very much the last energy that we got here. Loving yourself, accepting yourself more. The relationship that we have with ourselves means everything because it will be what is the word I'm looking for? I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's going to be just the standard that we set for all other connections and relationships. Yeah, 5 of Wands. I think it's the second time that this card has come up in this reading. A challenge that you can resolve, but you need to withdraw from the drama of others. There's a lot of messages in regards to pulling yourself away from other people's energies if it's not flowing in the right direction, if it's challenging you, if it's draining you or creating drama in your life, pull away. Have patience with yourself and those around you. The only way that we can have patience with ourselves and those around us is by disconnecting. So this is a time for us to love ourselves more and to stay away or to cut other people off or to disconnect temporarily with those that are creating just stress and drama in our lives. But it's through these other difficult connections and relationships and situations that you're learning about yourself. So it's very necessary. Yeah, see, you're completing this. I love it. I love that at the very end of this reading, we're getting the World card. The World card means you've done it. A job well done. This card is connected to Saturn, the world. Okay? So what I want to say about that is that Saturn goes direct because it's been in retrograde, which is a very karmic, heavy lesson type of cycle since April of this year. It is coming to a close mid-September. So this month, you are closing up a major chapter, a major cycle in your life where maybe you've been struggling for a long period of time with others. Now, what's the message? The message is to spend some time alone. Maybe spending time with other people, or, being amongst a bunch of people that you know, rather than just maybe one quality person. It's time for you to just wrap up any energy that's just, again, not serving you. It's just adding drama and dragging you down at this time. A job well done. Joy, contentment, and gratitude. The path toward enlightenment. You've done it. You've learned a lesson finally. It finally makes sense. It's that epiphany. It was that last piece of the puzzle. You got it. You love yourself enough now to know yourself to say, you know what? No, I'm not going to make these same mistakes over and over again. I finally understand something. I finally get it. Last message. And now we have the Ace of Swords. I love the Ace of Swords because any ace is about number one, which is us. Aces are also new beginnings, an opportunity for something. This right here is the aha moment to me of all cards in tarot. That Ace of Swords is like that clarity, that major clarity and awareness where we're just like, oh my God, I finally get it. Literally, you're going from closing one door and going into a new, fresh energy. Now, here in the States, of course, this part of the world, winter would be, after autumn. So this is like, to me, this is something that's closing up. I see something about Capricorn's energy. So I'm getting heavy energy of the end of November. I'm sorry, not the end of November, December going into January. So winter time. Okay, I'm definitely getting that energy. As in, you're closing out the year in a major way. You're not going backwards. You've really learned a lot this year. You're really closing certain cycles up and saying, you know what? I feel really good. I feel like my head's on straight. I feel like I understand something now. So I'm going to read this card. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. You see? You've experienced a lot of challenges, but this is about not letting anything get in your way. This is not about letting people or obstacles that you've experienced stand in your way any longer. It is important to communicate clearly and accurately, which you have found your voice, which you are setting boundaries. You are basically acting with integrity and laying down the law and cutting things out that aren't serving. Remember, amazing new ideas that should be implemented. This is a time for you to take your ideas and put them into, to implement them into the physical world. So it's not a time to struggle anymore. Moving forward, what I'm seeing once you close out this chapter, doesn't mean that you'll never experience any challenges, that that you're not going to need to learn certain lessons when it comes to other people, but you're going to be a lot more on guard, and you're going to be a lot quicker. Your reaction to things and bullshit and just listening to your inner voice and your gut that's telling you something, you're going to listen to it a lot easier moving forward. You're not going to experience as many obstacles and challenges as you've been facing for a long period of time. You're literally starting fresh. You're starting new. And for whatever reason, you had to go through something major. You had to go through a karmic lesson, a very heavy one is what I'm getting here, a very heavy karmic cycle and lesson that's just been very, very painful. But it's coming to a close. That's what I can tell you guys. It's literally coming to a close. So we're going to just close up this reading with one last message from the Guardian Angel Tarot. Helper of emotion. This is the Knight of... Is it the Knight of Cups? Hold on for just a second. Let me just double check. I get sometimes confused with these... No, yeah, it is Helper. The Healer is the Queen. The Guardian is the King. The Messenger is the Page. The Helper is the actual Knight. Just want to make sure. We did have the Knight of Cups come up 3 times in this reading, okay? We have romance blooms, and you find yourself falling in love. Gifts of flowers, love letters, and poems read aloud are all in your future. Marriage proposals, weddings, and past life connections are possible. Someone new who is romantic, dreamy, and emotional may enter your life. This person could be an artist or an idealist about love. So, for whatever reason, whatever old chapters we're closing out, it's ushering in some sort of new energy. This could be your own personality at work here in your future. You're expressing yourself. Remember, the writing energy came through of expressing yourself connected to the Knight of Cups in an emotional, poetic, artistic way. That could be this new energy that you're going towards. You're really focused there. Or perhaps this could be somebody new entering into your life to give you some sort of new emotional experience, sweep you off your feet, some kind of energy like that. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that reading. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye-bye.